It is perfectly okay to feel betrayed by what Peter Obi has just done. It feels like the political landscape of Nigeria has just shifted again and we were not consulted. Peter Obi has effectively traded our optimism for pragmatism. And it might make sense to him, but to us, it is just a continuation of the nonsense that we have been seeing. So let's talk about it. Now, if you don't know what has happened, well, Peter Obi has joined a coalition called the ADC, the African Democratic something. See, I'm not even bothered enough to remember the name of this acronym because it feels like such nonsense to me. Basically, he has joined forces with what I would say is a suicide squad of characters that, let me just introduce you to this band of misfits. First, we have Atiku Abubakar. We all know who Atiku Abubakar is. He was vice president, and this man has been running for president since I was born. I'm not even being a jokester when I say this. I actually mean he has been running for office since I was born. He started his run for presidency in 1993. Then he became vice president, and then he kept running for president from 2011 all the way up until now. He always loses in the primary or something, but he keeps going. And he's a serial party jumper. This man went from SDP to AC to PDP, back to APC, then back to PDP. Okay, he wasn't in APC before. He jumped from PDP to APC, back to PDP. See, I'm already losing count of all these acronyms. And this man has allegedly spent almost $50 million on campaigns. So, I now ask you, how am I supposed to trust somebody who has lost $50 million of their money running for a public office? What do we expect from him when he comes into office? Is he not going to be trying to recoup the money that he has lost? Hey, allegedly, one of my uncles told me that he likes my videos and I should try and be saying allegedly in everything that I'm saying so that they don't come for me. So I'm going to say allegedly a lot in this video. Who's the next misfit or who is the next superhero in this Suicide Squad? We have Rufai. Rufai, another career politician. This man was former FCT minister, the same role that Wike is in, who used the road to steal land for his son. We'll do another video about him stealing land for more of his other sons. But back to Rufai. Rufai was FCT minister, and while he was FCT minister, they used to call him Mr. Demolition. This man displaced almost 80,000 residents and demolished almost 1,000 properties. That to me is a crazy number, but who am I to object to ridiculousness like this? This man was also governor of Kaduna, and in his time, he is also a serial party jumper apparently. PDP to CPP to APC to SDP, now to ADC. Just jumping acronyms: APC, PDP, CDC, FTC, FBI, CIA, just jumping. And this particular man, he's very responsible for us getting Tinubu, because in Tinubu's time, he got the not voting bloc to support Tinubu. So he's directly responsible for the quote-unquote hardship that we're facing now. And now he has joined the coalition to try and fight the power that he helped install. How am I supposed to trust this man? Allegedly. How am I supposed to trust him? How am I supposed to trust that he has the best intent for Nigerians at heart? The next member of this suicide squad is Rotimi Ameachi. He was the former Rivers State governor and also a federal minister of transportation. If you look at Nigeria, look at our transportation, you can kind of get an answer to how effective this man was in his post. I'm not going to say more than that. Let me even say more. He was accused of over budgeting certain projects that ended up closing out. And this seems to be like his general problem with all these people, is the fact that they are allegedly taking a lot for themselves while budgeting projects. So then I struggle because these are just a few people that have joined this coalition. So you might ask, why do I have a problem with this? Well, for one, it feels like more of the same. Peter B has told us a new Nigeria is possible. It's possible. It's possible. But then you are now in league with a lot of the people we think are the problem in the first place, allegedly. A lot of people who we think are the problem. And then I ask, what is the strategy? What is the strategy? Then also, Peter B has also told us that he will not join a coalition just to seize power. But then I ask myself, ideologically, what do you have in common with all these people? And how is this new Nigeria going to play a part? Or how are they going to play a part in this new Nigeria that you are envisaging? I feel alienated. This kind of reminds me of Bernie Sanders when he was running and he looked like he was about to win, and all of a sudden he just started getting handicapped. By the first time he ran against Hillary Clinton and against Joe Biden, and when there was a real movement behind him, and after he got handicapped, everybody was just saying, "Oh, it's time to fall in line with it's time to fall in line with Clinton. It's time to fall in line with Biden." I get supporting who eventually becomes the front runner so that you can defeat a bigger threat. In that term, it was to defeat Trump. But you can't build alliances by invalidating the genuine feelings of people. Now, Peter B has done this alliance. It is okay for us to feel like this alliance doesn't make sense. And then eventually say, I don't agree with this alliance, but I agree with Peter B, so let's move forward. So, invalidating our feelings like, it's like you people don't want to win. You people don't want to win. The question now is, Peter B was with Atiku in 2019. Abi? It was 2019 now. They lost together. 2023, Peter B was standing alone. He lost, but we saw that there was a possibility. And that is why we are so energized by the idea of him doing it again. But I understand his pragmatism. That's where I come from, a position of empathy, because people like Rufai that swung the northern vote to Tinubu, if they are on our side, they can swing the northern vote to our side and we can potentially win. And then there's diverse voices for all the negatives I feel like all these people have. There have to be some positives, because if there were no positives, then how are they in the positions of power they are in? So maybe we can leverage their strength. But then again, we need clarity. Peter Obi has to tell us what he has promised all these people. That's even assuming he becomes the front runner. Because now that you are fighting with Atiku, you are in coalition with Atiku and Rufai, who is going to be the presidential candidate? You guys are going to do primaries, I'm guessing. And so, will Atiku become the presidential candidate and then Peter Obi will now be the VP? If that happens, we already know that VPs don't really have a lot of power. Do you remember the name of Bola Tinubu's VP? Do you remember his name? Even myself, do I remember his name? Shetima. See? The VPs are usually inconsequential because, yes, you might be in the back room making some deals, but ultimately the big ideas come from the president. So, do I support that ticket that has Atiku and then Peter Obi at the base? Or if we flip it and Peter Obi is not the major candidate, what is Atiku bringing to the table? And Atiku has been running for president. Will he want to be VP? Questions. Rufai will actually want something for his support if he doesn't win the main ticket and he becomes the VP, or maybe they make him secretary of state or whatever. All these deals, we need to understand them as a supporter base. We need to understand them because if we are supporting you because we believe in your vision, when we see what looks like a detraction from your vision, you have to address us and tell us, oh, this is still part of my vision. We're still going in this road. This is the route that we are taking. If Google Maps wants to take you down an alternative route, it will show you. It will show you, oh, this route that we are going on, there's traffic. We are going on this new route. But this new route is going to join here so that you know where you are still going. Peter Obi needs to do that for us. I'm saying us because they are going to govern us. Peter Obi is not God. Peter Obi is not above questioning. We must question him because not questioning is how we get to a point where we are just in a cult. I do not believe obedience are a cult. We want a better Nigeria and we're using Peter Obi as a conduit, as a representation of the better Nigeria we want to see. So he has to answer our questions. And I think on that note, I will rest my case for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your comments down in the comment section below. And let's have a conversation about this new shift. Talk to you guys soon. Goodbye.